Hi, Sandy Barrett here. And I've been thinking about why have I gotten so obsessed? I'm always obsessed with something or other. When did I get so obsessed with the elements? And it started a long time ago. Basically, it started through my microscopic photography, which I'll tell you more about. But I wanted to share with you how it became useful for me. So I learned about elements related to astrology, related to the zodiac, and I was always trying to figure out relationships. Why one person attracts another, why am I always attracted to the same kind of people, etc. So I learned from my doing my chart that I was missing fire element, and all the people I was attracting in my life were fire people. So it made me understand a little bit more about that kind of magnetism. And then I started using the elements to pay attention to what was happening with the sun and especially the moon, and seeing that I'll tell you a little truth. I have a hard time making decisions. So sometimes when I was in that dilemma of how should I use my day? Should I be creative? Should I be by myself? Should I go be with people? I started looking at where the moon was and what element the moon was in. And it started helping me make decisions better. Trusting my intuition, what I really wanted to do, and see how that fit with the element that the moon was in. And so I've become almost a wizard or a gypsy, somebody who wants to really understand the elements at all levels, at levels of personality and our temperament and how we see life, and also the elements in nature. So I have 3 windows I use around the elements. One is I do elemental guidance readings individually with people to see what your elemental signature is. I changed the name from Astro Elemental Signature to Elemental Wisdom Signature. We'll see how the name keeps on shifting. And then I also do classes. The next class will be Getting to Yes, Your Elemental Soul, where we go into the depth of the symbols of the elements and how we can use them in our lives, and how we can, if we have a missing element, how do we remedy that, not just with people, but with different strategies. And I'm also taking this whole elemental wizardry, if you will, into making a deck of cards. I'll show you a couple here. So just to be able to have an oracle deck of the elements, but that's not quite ready for prime time. But what is ready for prime time are readings and this next class coming out in the end of June. So I invite you to contact me, to post here if you have any questions. And elementally this next month, I realized I had to do a video for this because this next month, we're a month until the sun goes into Cancer. We're a month with no earth element. We're all air and water. So we may be floating. We may not feel anchored in our life. And how can we find ourselves with doing more things that ground us and not feeling that we're just floating in air? And for me, one of the ways I ground myself, bringing in the earth, is I'm gardening more. I've been called to garden, and I'm walking more. So find ways that you help. The elements help us tune in to our deeper wisdom and to trust ourselves. So I invite you to find out more about the elements for strengthening your life and strengthening your challenges. Over and out.